guys, so you know how you get on TikTok and you're scrolling through and all these yummy, fun food recipes are coming up? Well, I decided to save a bunch that had millions and millions and millions of views, and I figured it'd be fun to recreate them here with you guys. That is what we're going to be doing the next 3 days. So let's get into the lineup. All right, you guys, so for tonight's first viral recipe, we are trying out Hailey Berber's pizza toast. This isn't really remind me much of pizza because it doesn't really have all the pizza type toppings, but it's got fresh burrata, it's got truffle oil, and it's got fresh tomatoes, which sounds heavenly to me. So let's go into the kitchen. So quick overview of all the ingredients you're gonna need for this recipe. You are gonna need some sourdough bread, some freshly grated Parmesan, of course, some burrata. You will need olive oil. Truffle oil is like a major key ingredient in this. I know this stuff is expensive, but it is highly worth it. Some oregano, I just have Italian seasoning, your favorite marinara, some crushed red peppers, some spreadable butter, and of course your fresh tomatoes, and then also a lemon. Okay, so the first step that we're gonna do that I saw her do in her little TikTok is she kind of marinades her tomatoes, which I find very interesting. I've never marinated tomatoes, but she swears that gives them a ton of flavor. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna slice them thinly. All right, so now we're gonna add it to like a shallow bowl. I just have like one of my pasta bowls. All right, and then to our bowl of tomatoes, we're gonna drizzle them with some olive oil. And I'm just doing like half a lemon, and we're just gonna squeeze some lemon juice on them. And a little bit of some salt. And we're just gonna kind of let these sit while we get our sourdough toasted. Then on a sheet pan, I'm just gonna lay as many pieces of a sourdough that we want. Then you're gonna wanna take your spreadable butter, and you're just gonna want to put a nice little thin coat on one side. All right, then we're gonna flip it over and butter the other sides. All right, so now you're gonna drizzle just a little bit of your truffle oil on top. Whoa. Oh, Rye's got a lot of truffle oil. So I have like this little griddle that came with her oven that I put over 2 burners. Turn it up to like in between high and medium heat. Got it nice and hot. I just toasted little man's bread, but we're going to toast all of our little sourdoughs right on top of this griddle. What? No, it's okay. Golden crispiness. So while we have our toast getting toasted, we're just gonna add a little bit of some marinara to a pot to get warmed through. I just have it on low heat. Guys, I wish you could smell the sourdough bread. It smells amazing. Okay, so all of our bread is now toasted. I'm gonna take one of our burratas. We are going to break her open. Look at all that fresh. We're just going to lay some on top. Like so. Now we're going to go ahead and layer our marinated tomatoes. Grace is hollering at me that she does not want tomato on hers, so that one will be Reese's. Ryan, I definitely want all the tomatoes on ours. Now we're gonna take our warm marinara and we're just going to pour that just right over top of the tomatoes. This is probably gonna need a little helping on hers. We're gonna add a little bit more truffle oil. I'm gonna try to put this on a spoon. I guess so. Don't spill it. Drizzle. Oh yeah. Preheated our oven to 375. This is gonna go in her video. She doesn't say how long. So I'm just gonna like do 5 minutes and just kind of keep an eye on it just to make sure that the tomatoes get nice and warmed through and toasted. Alexa, set a timer for 5 minutes. So we've put her in for about 8 minutes now. We are going to put some freshly grated Parmesan right on top. Yum. Alright, and then it's gonna go back in for like just 1 or 2 more minutes. Yum. Just gonna sprinkle it with a little Italian seasoning with some crushed red pepper flakes. Holy cow, this smells heavenly. Guys, so there you have it. We are going to have Hailey Berber's pizza toast for dinner. I just made a little side Caesar salad and did some chicken tenders and like some Italian seasonings. But that's gonna be dinner and it looks phenomenal. Yum. Alright you guys, so for our second viral recipe, we are making peach cinnamon roll cupcakes. This video looked incredible, and with peaches coming into season for summer, I figured this would be the perfect little summer dessert. So let's get into the kitchen. The first part of this recipe, we already made the mistake, but let me just say, I think this is just a way of making it just a little bit more easier. So she does in the video of the TikTok, she like makes a kind of sauce that she puts her canned peaches in. I went ahead and just bought like peach pie filling, which is basically what she was going to do. She did cornstarch, brown sugar, white sugar, some vanilla extract, and so I feel like I basically just shortened that part of the video. So you're going to need either the peaches with all the ingredients to make the sauce, or you can just go ahead and do what I did and do it the simpler, easier way. So can of peach pie filling. Of course, you're going to need your little tube of cinnamon rolls. And then for like the crumble topping, you're gonna need white sugar, brown sugar, some flour. I just have my gluten-free baking powder and some cinnamon, and of course some butter. So we're gonna go ahead and flatten all of our cinnamon rolls into the greased cupcake liner that the hubby already greased for us. Hopefully we can get these spread up into the sides. Can you guys see me doing this? Up the sides of our muffin pan. That's not bad. I should have taken the cinnamon rolls out like 30 minutes before I was gonna do that, just so they weren't so cold and stiff to work with, but that's all right. We will make it work here. Into each little cinnamon cup. All right, so now we have our peaches in our little cinnamon roll cups. Now we're gonna make the topping. And then a half a cup of flour. Then you're gonna add in your 3 tablespoons of melted butter. All right, so now we have our little crumble topping. We are going to sprinkle it on top, like so. All right, so now these are going to go into the oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. These smell incredible. So now I'm just going to take the icing that comes in the little tube with the cinnamon rolls, and I'm just going to drizzle this all over. Yum. This definitely gives me like peach cobbler vibes, but without doing it in like a casserole form. So this would be great for if you were going to like a cookout, backyard barbecue, because everyone has their own individual little cupcake. Oh my gosh, you guys. These are incredible. You guys are gonna have to try these this summer. Holy cow, and super, super easy. Definitely recommend just doing the pie filling. It's just such an easier process than what she did, but oh my God. It's hard not to eat this whole plate. Yum. For our third and final viral TikTok recipe, it's going to be a Big Mac smash taco. That's like a lot to say. Big Mac smash taco. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I figured this would be a super fun thing to do for my family. We love taco night, especially like a Taco Tuesday. But to switch up the taco, we're gonna do like a Big Mac style. So the first thing we're gonna do is start our Big Mac sauce. I don't know what my camera just did, but in case it didn't catch that, I put 1/4 cup of mayo, 3 tablespoons of ketchup, and 1 tablespoon of relish. Now, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard. So I'm just gonna do just a little dash. 1/2 teaspoon of white wine vinegar. Again, I'm just gonna do a little splash. Just the tiniest little amount. Garlic powder. Some paprika. And then it also calls for onion powder, but I don't have that, so we're just gonna skip that. And we're gonna stir this together. I thought I was missing an ingredient. It definitely calls for sugar. It says a 1/2 teaspoon, so I'm just gonna do a little pinch. All right. I've made Big Mac sauce before, and I knew there was always sugar in it. All right, here's our sauce. All right, so for the ingredients for the Big Mac smash tacos, you're gonna need, of course, 1 pound of ground beef, some mini flour tortillas, shredded lettuce, some American cheese singles, some sliced pickles, salt and pepper, and then of course, diced white onion. So we're gonna go ahead and get the little burgers made up. All right, so it says with your 1 pound, you should be able to make up 12 little smash balls. So I'm guessing like, I don't know. I feel like ours need to be bigger. There's no way that's gonna fit. All right, you know what? We're already gonna do. Making 7 and the recipe called for 12. We'll see. I mean, I feel like that's gonna be the right amount for the tortillas, but maybe I rolled them too big, but we're just gonna see. So now we're going to smash the ball of beef onto one of the flour tortillas all the way to the outer edges. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah. Okay, so that works out perfectly. Let's see. Now we're going to just salt and pepper, and I'm just going to go ahead and continue to do that to all of them. Now we're going to heat up our frying pan. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of like a medium, in between like a medium and high. And then we're just going to put a good amount of olive oil, really coat the pan. Salt and pepper. I think our pan is nice and hot. It's been heating up for about 4 minutes. So now we are going to just do one at a time, and you're gonna put it meat side down and let it cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. We're going to taste test our very messy. So good. You're definitely right, the pickles.
Huh?
The pickles really help give it a crunch and like a brightness to it. Oh my gosh. The cheese. You want a bite? No way. You guys definitely need to check this out. This is definitely a funner way to spice up your Taco Tuesday night or a new twist on a good old cheeseburger. All right, you guys, so that's going to conclude today's viral recipes. I hope you guys enjoyed making these recipes as much as I did. Comment down below which one you made and which one was your favorite. I thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new here, I'd love for you to stick around. We have a lot of fun on this little corner of the internet. We do tons of things like mom life, cleaning, cooking, decorating your house, all the fun things. So stick around, you don't want to miss a thing. I love you all. Thank you so much.